I was like you a while before. I also did, I was from Morocco, so I am from Morocco. I did my studies there till high school, end of high school. Did 1 year there. There's a French system called classe prépa, if you heard of it. So basically you do 2 years of hard work and math and physics and so on after high school. And then in order to pass some competition to choose a school in France. So it's a lot of selection. So anyway, so I was lucky and a lot of hard work to come here. And then I had like for 5 years to just go to the police to get my documents again every year and so on. It's like annoying. But anyway, everybody goes through this. Every foreigner goes through this, and it's fine. But it's the way they regulate immigration, right? Because otherwise, everybody want to come to Europe. Everybody want to go to the US, and it's not practical. But in an ideal world where capitalism is true, then the salary of someone in Europe would be the same as the salary of someone in India, right? Why? Why do you think so?
As a standard of the country. Living standard of the country.
Now, if we suppose we have like a free capitalism, like a true capitalism, why would the salary of a driver of a bus in India would be the same as a driver of a bus in Norway? Why would it be?
The living standard.
Hmm?
To maintain the living standard, no?
Economy.
The economy depends on the economy of the country. It depends on the value of the currency.
Yes, but
it depends on what you pay. They'll say that if they have a problem with any country, so they'll stay there because the salary is same with the euro.
Exactly, yeah. But in which case, like ideally, what do we mean by free capitalism? What do we mean by ideal capitalism? What does it mean? Do you think we live in an ideal capitalism world?
No.
Do you know capitalism versus socialism and communism and so on? Huh?
It's a capitalism.
Well, okay, we say we are in the capitalist era, right?
Yeah.
Why? What does it mean to be capitalist?
To monetize everything.
Monetize.
In the sense that everything has an economic value to it.
Okay, so we have a lot of values. We have the notion of value and money and so on. Okay, but that was even before, like even in communist Russia, we had this notion of price and value, right?
It's just to keep the power in Western countries.
That's the theory. That's the theory of the complot theory. No, doesn't. No, but basically, capitalism is free movement of goods and services and people, right? And also private property. I can buy things and it belongs to me. I can buy a property, real estate. I can buy any service pretty much in ideal capitalism, right? That's the meaning of capitalism. In communism, for example, the goods belong to the state. Most of them belong to the state, and the state manages things. But in capitalism, we have this freedom of owning things to ourselves, right? But we're not in ideal capitalism because basically there is the laws of immigration, for example, stopping this. As I said, if we are in an ideal capitalism, what would happen? Borders will be open because there is free movement of people and goods and services. And so if the salary is too high in one area, in Norway, for example, all people will go to Norway to work there. And then since there is offer and demand, it's offer and demand. Capitalism, offer and demand. So more offer means what to the prices? More offer means prices
Less.
huh?
Low price.
Go down,
Low
right?
price, low.
Go down, right? So there is more offer of people willing to drive a bus, means the salary of a bus driver will go down till it becomes the same salary as in India. And then in this case, there is no point of going to Norway because it's the same salary as in India than I say in India, right? That we balance the prices. Okay, that's the idea. So we're not in an ideal capitalism world. We're just in a false capitalism world where you have to aim for Europe and the richest countries to get a higher quality of life. Right? You're not working for anyone. Because basically a company is what? A company is what? An organization, right? So a company creates what to make money? Goods and services. Okay, but what do we call all that? I like to go deeper into the concepts, not only like goods, services, things. Okay.
Output.
Huh?
Output of the company.
Huh?
The output of the company.
Output. What do we call this output? I mean, I can create something, but nobody's interested, so I'm not making any money, right? What do we call solution to problems?
Yeah.
More than that, give me some like wider philosophical term. We create
Creating some solution.
value.
Yeah, creating value.
All the economic system is creating value. Money does not have any value by itself. Money is just an exchange of value. What's valuable is the food, because I need to survive. That's my value. That's my need. And so I pay it with what? With money as a equivalent. And so money takes the value of whatever it represents, right? And so we create value, and so a company creates value. But how does it work? So I create, for example, 1 million euro per year as a company. Then what? How does it work? How does it get dispatched?
It shows size of the company and potential.
In capitalism, I'm talking in capitalism, not in other systems.
Okay, so in terms of further investment or the value of the company to show the people or the target peoples to reinvest or regenerate the value.
Okay, so we're talking about like getting funds from other investors and so on, right?
Yeah, so
It shows the value to get more funds to invest.
it is also to make the credit to the different financial bodies as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was talking about like the value you create. 10 million euros of 1 million euro of profits. How do you distribute that in a company?
Profit is the equity to the equity within the company or the.
Yeah.
So whether the profit should be shared.
Shared, right? Profit is shared. How is it shared?
Among the investors or the shareholders.
Okay. Yeah. So we have shareholders, right? I don't know why. We have shareholders, and the rest is what? Customer doesn't get the money. I mean.
CSR, corporate social responsibility.
Yeah, but just people. Let's stay in people. Shareholders,
Employees.
employees, right?
Taxes.
Government.
Employees. Government doesn't. I mean, yeah, they can get some taxes. It's more taxes.
Okay, so after deducting the.
After deducting the tax and everything, we have profit after tax, right? And so we are shareholders. They get their share if they want to sell their share. Otherwise, they just keep the share, not the money. And we have employees, salaries, right? And salaries get dispatched in terms of it's like a matrix, right? So we have like from top to down, we have the C level, right? Top management, and then you have the operational employees. So basically, all the value, like for example, you create 1 million euro of value, that's your value, then you're probably going to give maybe 10% to your C level, plus the shares that you have. Normally, they have also shares. Maybe 2% to the management, and maybe 0.1% to the operationals. That's how big companies work. And I was working in a consulting firm. That's why I'm telling that. In KPMG, if you heard of it. Yeah. Basically, big companies, right? Just they, for example, you go to work for clients, you pay with your time, so you get whatever money you get from the clients, and then you just take, for example, 20%, and the 80% goes to the manager, and then top manager, and all of the shareholders. So all your value, you're creating value as an employee for other people, right?
In a different levels.
In different levels. Obviously, they also work, but they work mostly on marketing. Maybe if it's a shareholder, they will just like chill down and wait for his money to bring him benefits, right? What I'm saying is you pay with your time. You sell your time as an employee. And that's why I like entrepreneurship, is because you don't necessarily pay with your time, you pay with your value, right? So whatever you create, if people find value in it, you get all the profits from that after tax and so on, right? But my point is, like seriously, my point is, if you really want something, life is not easy for people born in a, there's a lot of luck in life. You can call it luck, you could call it destiny, whatever you want to call it, whatever your sort of belief background. But ultimately, it's all about pushing yourself toward achieving your results and being like smart about doing this. It's all about motivation and just keep going. You don't have to look too far away because it's too hard. You just go step by step by step. That's how it works, you know. And you are lucky already to be in France, but because I see some other students from other class, like they're younger than you, obviously, but you know they're not motivated. They come here, they just chill. They don't want to listen. They just go out. Some of them don't never come. You're like, guys, like it's your chance to build your own life starting from now, but you're not even aware of that. You're just, I don't know, you're just sleeping. Why? I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe this generation is different. I don't know.
We are still young.
Yeah, you are, but they are younger. They are like 21.
Our thinking process is different. That's the way.
They are 21, 22, you know, and. But anyway, every person is different. But I think it's also by sharing through. Whenever someone can share, I think it's good to share with people. You know, not necessarily to just make money. It's not all about money. If you can grab more people out of sort of more higher consciousness, it's a good thing. And many people now, they get rich, they get their own career, then they do what? They go marry, they have kids, and then they just chill and they don't want to share because they just, you know, they know the secrets and they don't want to share with other people. Okay, great. So every person does whatever he wants. But so I was talking about, anyway, I was talking about data. Why am I talking about data? Because the course is about IT. So the course is IT management, right? Or so IT management. We can.
MIS? Management Information System or?
Yeah. So let's start easy. Let's start with IS management, right? So do you know everybody knows IS, right? Yeah, information systems, IT, information technology. Basically, the whole trend since the years since the internet started, pretty much, right? With digitizing everything and just putting data in everything and just like moving from an old paper and scissors kind of settings to a more digitized technological setting, right? But what's funny is we don't necessarily understand. I can explain this to you in a business terms, and it's going to be fine, and you're going to learn it, and okay, great. But if you don't get, I believe in what I call the big picture. If you don't grasp the big picture of things, you're going to be always like in this small sort of line where you barely understand things on the side, right? We are in a world where we value expertise. So you are an expert in something, then it's good. If you know many things and you're not experts, it's not good. For me, it's not the way you should look at it. You need to understand the big picture and then maybe focus on one or two. And so what is information? What's the difference between information and data?
Information is the data. It could be like a video, picture, and all the things that we have in the stuff.
Now, what's information?
Information is the whole of data.
I think data is all of the information and information which we needed mostly.
Data is the information we needed.
What we gain from
Sorry, one by one.
information is a collection of data, and it makes a meaning, and you can make a decision.
Yeah. Same?
Data is facts and interpretation would be, information would be interpretation of that. Right?
Yeah, okay, so this idea of meaning is very important, right? Everything is data. Everything. You are data too. Everything is data. Since you were born, you collect data through what? Instead of you are an information system, right? You are a system, right? Your body is a system. True or not? What is a system? What's the system first?
The human being,
Anatomy.
the skeleton.
Yeah, but what are the definition of a system? Give me three things about a system.
The system is.
It's composed of what?
Human circulation.
Different parts of the.
System is?
Interconnected information.
Before even interconnectedness, that's good, but what's before? For example, if I tell you sand on the beach, is it a system?
What?
Sand on the beach.
Sand of the beach.
Sand on the beach, is it a system? Yes, no, yes. Why not?
It may be the information.
Huh? There is, as you said.
It's not like it's not a systematic and
The characteristics we know, just like normal thing, right?
There is no soul into it. There is no connection. There is no, right? So as you said, okay, I'm gonna take this one. Interconnection, or there is sort of something in between these what? These what? A system is many elements, components, elements, whatever. So sand is they have a lot of components in sand, right? Millions, but it's not interconnected. And the third thing is what? A system.
Controlling.
Synchronization.
Synchronization, yeah, depends.
So decoding
A football team, is it a system or not?
Yeah, can be.
Football team.
the system, because they have different parts.
We have different members, football players. What else?
Specific.
Different.
They have interconnection. Every player knows its place. They know, they play with each other.
Instruction.
Instruction, or
The coach,
Layout.
why do we create a team? Why do we create a football team?
Objective.
Yes, objective, right? They need to score goals. That's the objective. Purpose or objective. So you have three. That's what a system is in general. A body as a system. Give me the three elements here. Wake up your friends.
Circulation.
A body as a system is what?
nervous system.
Huh?
Nervous system.
So a body is composed of many subsystems, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So focus on the digestive system. What do we have?
We have the kidney.
Kidney,
We have the
intestine, duodenum,
intestine, stomach,
pancreas,
throat,
gallbladder.
right? This is the components. The interconnection. Lungs is more like breathing system, right? It's not for food. Lungs is not for food. But there we have components. We have the link between them. Link between them. I mean, obviously you have a link, right? I mean, you have the food coming from here, going through here, going through the intestines and so on. And the purpose of the digestive system?
To survive, to eat, to survive.
Not to survive, not I mean, digestive system. Digestive system.
To break down the food
Yeah, transform the food into
into
energy, right?
Also eliminate the waste.
The waste, yeah, right, okay. You get
I
it?
think we have the few subsystem and whole body is the system.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you have subsystems within the system, right?
Yes.
For example, so the body is a clear example. You can take also the some bigger system, for example. A company is a system. Why?
because it has
What's the elements of a company?
departments, different departments.
Okay, so I want you to give me this. Okay, let's do it in a fun way. So get into like big groups and give me some innovative, creative sort of system that we don't necessarily think about. And give me the elements, the purpose, the interconnections, right? So give me a system, give me the subsystems inside the system, and the objectives and the elements and all of this kind of thing. Because once you start to understand all this kind of order, because it's just structure, putting structure into chaos of life, right? As I said, data by itself doesn't mean anything. Once you put data together in a nice way,
We analyze the data, the information.
you don't have to analyze it. Once the data is put in a certain way, it becomes information. It becomes interesting.
I think raw materials. That is raw materials. Just when we produce the data, just information is meaningful.
Mhm.
When we get together the data and it will produce any meaning, so it will be information. Otherwise, everything is data.
Everything is data. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Analyzing and
Since you are born, you are basically just collecting data through your 5 senses, right? It's like your eyes, your ears, your touch, all is data going to your brain and like trying to make sense out of it. The body, what's the purpose of the body system? Mobility, but the ultimate purpose, the bigger purpose of the body system. To more than just live, yeah, to survive, right? Yeah, the body wants you to survive. The mind as well wants you to survive, right? That's why when someone screams at you, you just like turn and run away because you're like your body is programmed to run away, right? Okay, so can we get into small like big groups and try to find give me some systems. Within this system, give me the subsystems like the body, digestive system, but not the body. Take something else, and interconnections and the purpose of the whole. Maybe the purpose of each subsystem and then the purpose of the whole system, right? Because they could be different, and the problem happens when you have contradictory purpose between subsystems and the big systems, right? If one subsystem wants to die and the other bigger system wants to survive, that's a problem, right? If you're, I don't know, if your kidney wants to die and your body wants to survive, it doesn't make sense, right? It's like, okay, so.